Welcome back to Can't
Pixel
Think
Peak.
Straight.
No, this is Pixel Peak. This episode will be a little bit different, as I'm sure you may have noticed so far.
Wait, why? What's new?
You're new. Sydney's sick today, so Nate will be filling in for her all the way from Can't Think Straight.
Oh, yeah, I guess that is new. Well, I'm glad I could cover.
Well, this week's episode is filled with Breath of the Wild 2 updates, a discussion about Blizzard, and even some PlayStation news. Not to mention more gameplay with both of our co-stars. I'm your host, Sarah Thompson.
And I'm Nate McDonald.
Let's get into the episode. Spring is finally here, and if you're a PlayStation owner looking to purchase some fantastic games that won't spring clean your wallet out, don't worry. PlayStation's spring season sale has got thousands of games and DLC content. Newer games such as Red Dead Redemption 2, Spider-Man Miles Morales, and Sekiro Shadows Die Twice are around 40 to 50% off their typical retail price. Even the brand new Destiny 2 expansion, The Witch Queen, is on sale for $31.99. If you're looking to play a few older hits you may have missed, games such as Doom, Batman Arkham Knights, and BioShock The Collection are under $10. Make sure you cash in quickly, as this sale won't last forever. Coming to an end on April 27th.
Due to the ongoing invasion of Ukraine by Russian forces and the consequential economic sanctions placed upon the Russian government, banking regulations have changed in the region. Because of this, game developers in both Russia and Ukraine have been cut off from accessing their income on Steam, a digital marketplace for PC gamers and developers. This has been a huge problem for small or solo game developers in Ukraine, many of whom have taken to Twitter to express their situations. Steam storefront owner Valve says they're working on a solution with the banks that should hopefully be resolved this month.
For those of you who have been itching for the long-awaited sequel to one of the Nintendo Switch's most popular games, keep scratching. The producers of Breath of the Wild 2 have stated that the game needs more time in development, but we now know that the delayed release date will most likely be spring of 2023. Breath of the Wild, the fantastic Legend of Zelda release that debuted with the Switch in 2017, has gained a huge following. Since the 2019 Breath of the Wild 2 announcement at E3, fans have eagerly been waiting for news about a release date. At least now we have some comfort that the producers of this series are serious about putting out a game that will certainly live up to the expectations it set.
This past week, 4 United States senators requested the investigation of the $68.7 billion deal for Microsoft to absorb Activision Blizzard. A report was sent out claiming that the companies were failing to, quote, protect the rights and dignity of their workers, unquote. Employees at Activision Blizzard have pushed for fair treatment in the workplace. Reports of sexual misconduct and discrimination have surfaced. But this isn't the first time Activision has been reported having problems behind the scenes. Unions were formed due to low pay, and many lawsuits have been filed against the company. Another sign of the incompetence stemming from the company include the forced resignation of Activision's chief executive, Bobby Kotick. While the merge is still scheduled to happen, U.S. senators strongly advise precautionary measures to ensue once it does. That's all for this week's news. Coming up after this short break, we'll try to figure out which one of us is an alien with a Jackbox Party Pack game.
The football season's over, but we are far from done. With basketball picking up and March Madness right around the corner, catch all your App State national sports news on Charter Cable Channel 198 and on YouTube at App TV. Let's have a great year and roll Nears.
Hi, I'm Kinsey Adams.
And I'm Jalen Sturdivant. Connected Cultures is back for spring 2022.
We'll be talking to you about Mexico, South Africa, the Netherlands, and much more.
We've got great interviews with staff and students.
Seth will show us how to make some delicious meals.
We'll get you connected to the amazing cultures around the world.
Tune in every Friday at 10 a.m. for new episodes of Connected Cultures.
You can watch online at watchapptv.com or on campus on channel 23.3.
Bye.
Memories. A sweet retrospective look at the past. However, the past has, well, passed. And now, a new and better crew looks toward the horizon and marches toward Appalachian State head-on. This spring, look toward App Avenue on App TV to see a new legacy be written on random days of the week. No, seriously, this show will literally be airing any day of the week, so stay glued to those screens. We'll see you out there.
Appalachian Avenue! Welcome back to a brand new smack dab season of App TV's own queer-oriented show, Can't Think Straight. I'm Nate.
And I'm Harriet. We'll be here to make you laugh and think as we combine comedy and education on Can't Think Straight.
The show premieres Fridays at 9 p.m. You can tune in on watchapptv.com or on YouTube, channel 198 for Spectrum customers, channel 20 or 1020 for Skybus customers, and channel 23-3 on campus.
Also be sure to check out our Instagram at Can't Think Straight App TV. We can't wait to see you there. Bye.
Welcome back to Pixel Peak. Today we get to play a fun Jackbox game called Push the Button.
One of us is going to be an alien.
It's probably me.
What? If it's you, you shouldn't tell me that.
Oh, then I'm for sure not the alien.
Well, now I definitely don't believe you. On to the gameplay. And welcome back, you guys. We are back with Can't Think Straight, and we are going to be playing Push the Button.
Push the button.
Has everybody here played it before?
I have not played this before.
Have you played it?
Yes, I played it with my family, and we got really into it.
So I hope you and I are the aliens.
And
But
you're
yeah,
the
it's pretty much just trying to fake your way through it. And aliens can hack things. I feel like that's important because if I start saying it later, y'all are gonna know I'm a bad guy.
Yes.
But anyways, just know that I can never be an alien. I was like, wait, what? Alright, so I'm Sarah Thompson. I'm Sydney Thompson.
I'm Nate McDonald.
And I'm Harriet Enzor.
And we're gonna get into it. Guys, I have so much anxiety about this.
I also have. I'm a bad liar.
Queen.
I like her glasses.
I know.
My glasses. Oh no. Let's just, I feel like it's pretty easy to learn.
Yeah.
Let's just go.
Oh, they're cute. What do I look like? Oh. I got a top hat.
Oh, sorry, I'm not looking. Sorry.
Not you showing everyone. In cards, it's called bleeding.
Ah.
We have 12 minutes.
Dang. That's not that long. Okay.
Oh, I thought we had to push a button. Oh, here he is.
Oh, I'm so cute. What?
Do I push the button? Who's in? Oh, Nate said. To be fair, that sounds pretty alien to me, but we're moving on. Okay.
Okay, so now what?
I think I'll just have to hold on to that information till later to see if that's important later. Does that make sense?
Yeah. Yeah. I didn't.
But I do have you a little sus, but I also can't blame you for that.
Yeah.
Okay, so we're both under suspicion. Right, Team Pod.
I don't really remember.
Yeah, who's in control of this?
I am.
Sid, you see it at the bottom, right?
So what's supposed to happen?
I'm starting a test.
She's picking who she wants to interrogate.
It's kind of like a comparison system. Okay.
They're all in chairs, right? Oh,
No, they're standing.
He's in a chair.
You were thinking.
That's not what mine was.
Alien.
Yeah.
No, I think I got hacked.
You got hacked.
You got hacked.
My question was, like, talking about architecture. And I was like, New York has, like, Empire State Building.
But that's a human question. Or that's a human.
Yeah, but I think I got hacked by the aliens.
I think you're being kind of sus right now.
Yeah, you're being a little sussy.
Are you kidding me? It's round two.
Sussy baka.
This is such a round 2 alien move, though.
What happens if I push the button?
Also, Harriet's is a little weird too as well because Is that even a vacation destination, or is that
Yes.
somewhere where you want to live?
That is a vacation destination. People have mountain houses.
Yeah, but that's a house.
Oh, I see what you're saying. Like it's close enough to pass.
Oh god, I don't know who to put. I didn't put anyone.
Yeah, Harriet didn't actually answer the question. I answered the wrong question, but
But you answered it. Yeah.
I answered it like pretty confidently. Oh, am I in charge? Oh, you know I love the drawing quarters. I don't think it actually solves anything, but I think it's fun. So I'm sending someone in there.
Okay, I like drawing. So you put 2 people.
What happens if I hit the button?
We kind of deliberate. It's kind of like Among Us.
Among Us.
I'm gonna set you two to start the whole comparison process going.
Oh,
Gosh.
we're getting interrogated.
Yeah, I'm sassy of y'all too.
Sorry, I didn't have a question.
Sorry.
Sorry.
I'm a little sus of Sydney and Nat right
Oh.
now. Yeah, just because I was hacked, you know, I don't have any solid proof yet, but I'm definitely, Sydney not having a question to begin with and now being fine, that doesn't exactly...
Yeah, bro, I don't know what to tell you.
Oh yeah, let's read.
Okay, why is it cut off at the top?
A fictional spaceship.
Whoa! That was not the question that I had. No. That is not the question that I had. I didn't even have a question.
Exactly.
Hold on.
You didn't have a question.
I didn't.
That sounds like...
You had no question either.
Yeah.
Is someone hacking?
Someone's hacking.
Oh my gosh. Okay, so Harriet, we cannot get this wrong. So,
What?
the bioscanner. We have to trust Nat. Because after this, if we get this right flawlessly, Nat gets to scan somebody and see if they're
Okay.
alien or human. Oh, we got it! Okay, so Nat gets to scan someone, and we have to take Nat's word for whatever happens.
Okay.
Any other player, and you will learn their true identity. You may share this information, if you want.
What? Sorry.
I know you're dramatic.
What? You gotta tell us.
There's the alien, guys! There's the alien!
That just confirms Nat's the alien.
No, it doesn't!
Nat's so human and lied.
My gasp
Nat's so
was
human
genuine.
and lied.
No, my
So it's
gasp.
definitely one of them.
It's definitely one of them.
It's freaking Sarah. My
Nat.
gasp was genuine,
That's
guys.
why
We
if
don't
I
have
was
that much
the
time
alien,
left.
I would have failed it.
I don't think spaceships are supposed to
I don't know either.
Who's going?
Guys, no. We only have a minute. We have to push the button, don't we? Me and Sarah?
Yeah.
Alright.
Okay.
Whew, okay.
Well, we have a minute left, people.
Alright, this is
I love
this
them.
is big.
Humans got.
The scariest horror movie villain is.
Let's see what Sarah says. Oh!
I just watched Jigsaw, so.
Please stop.
We were talking about it earlier.
Y'all. No.
Okay.
If y'all pick me, it's over. You realize that, right?
If
Sarah's
y'all
gonna
pick
eat y'all.
me- What?
Sarah's gonna eat.
No, because if they
I'm sorry, I
pick
gotta push the
me
button.
and they,
How do we
I don't
push the
think you're
button,
in.
guys?
The button.
The
you're gonna throw out the wrong person.
I'm
and
holding.
lose.
Extraction room.
I mean, we gotta go. We only have 9
I
seconds.
believed you about the not seeing anything.
Guys, I literally was able to scan her, and it said alien.
I didn't fail the bioscanner because I knew when you scanned me, you would say human.
Okay, wait. What now?
I'm doing something.
Hmm. Are y'all serious?
Now the
I voted up, Nate.
members shall vote. Okay, time to vote. The vote has to be.
Good luck dying, y'all.
Anyone
I mean, I guess I'm gonna die too.
He said good luck dying like you're having launched into space. Yo, how did y'all buy that? I thought it was you and I for some. I was like,
You
why
thought
are
we
you
were
trying to
together?
throw me out? Yeah, I'm the alien, guys. Thank you so much for joining us here on Pixel Peak, and thank you for joining us, Can't Think Straight.
course.
Tune into both of our shows, and we will see you next time. Thank you, guys.
Bye.
Bye. I was the alien all along.
If this wasn't scripted television, I would fist fight you right now.
Well, that's too bad for you then.
Good thing we're going to a break which isn't scripted television. After that break, we'll get to hear from analyst Ruby Hall about Activision Blizzard.
Wait, what?
Cut the commercials.
Hi, my name is Melissa Weddle, and I'm Department Chair of Recreation Management and Physical Education at Appalachian State University. We offer 2 degree-granting programs, one in Recreation Management with a focus in Outdoor Experiential Education, Recreation and Park Management, and Commercial Recreation and Tourism. Our second degree-granting program in Health, Physical Education, and Coaching offers teacher certification for public schools in health and physical education. You can get a minor or certificate in coaching. We are the front porch to the Beaver College of Health Science, where our focus is on quality of life, wellness, and physical activity. We're located in the beautiful mountains of Boone, North Carolina, so come join us, check out our website, or take a class.
Let's go! To a place where you can grow.
A place to be heard.
And take a closer look.
A place where you can crush it.
And push yourself.
A place to find your voice. This place rocks. And rolls.
A place where you can get out.
Wow!
A place you'll never forget.
So where is this place? Let me show you.
Life is a journey. We're told that there are mountains and valleys before us. A mountaineer trudges through. Where others see an obstacle, a mountaineer sees an opportunity. A mountaineer climbs tomorrow's mountains today. So what is a mountaineer? A mountaineer is you.
For everyone that knows the Kirby franchise, his wacky way of transforming himself into whatever he needs to complete the level is nothing new. However, this game is different and gives you a new and refreshing spin to an old game. At the start of the game, you find Kirby minding his own business, walking around Dreamland, when suddenly a giant star-like hole just appears in the sky, sucking up everything in its path. And so the protagonist jumps on a flying star and goes to investigate, while humorously almost running into things along the way. While investigating, Kirby and the star are separated, and Kirby is sucked into the vortex into new lands. The game was developed by Hall Laboratory and was published by Nintendo on March 25th of 2022. It is, for the most part, a platforming game and is made for the Switch gaming console. The controls are easy to remember, and it does give you a mini tutorial before you actually get into the world, and they are also easy to learn. This game, as stated previously, is mainly a platforming game, and you can use the abilities you get from the enemies around you to get to the next platforming area, or you can just jump and float. While completing levels, you can choose to stay as normal Kirby, or to become a literal walking vacuum and absorb the abilities of the other enemies that you come across. This game also combines the platforming with puzzles that you have to solve that, as the game progresses, get a little bit more challenging, but like I said previously, the different abilities you can gain also helps. The combat is like any other game of this genre, but I did find it pretty cool that you could become a literal walking vacuum and gain different abilities to fight whoever is in your way. The graphics for this game are smooth, and I found myself just staring at my screen, enjoying my surroundings. Same goes for the music. Well, not the staring at my screen part, but the music paired beautifully with what level I was on, and I quite enjoyed when it would change whenever you're fighting a boss, and then back to just exploring the rest of the level. Kirby and the Forgotten Land and its cute gameplay and design moves the game from the traditional 2D design to that of 3D, which, as I stated previously, gives a fresh new outlook to an old franchise, and makes one like myself, who is new to the game, left wondering, why didn't I get into this game area sooner? Overall, I would give this game a top of the mountain, because with the different types of worlds you can explore, the challenges of each level, and the overall enjoyment I got while just playing the game, and replaying levels even if I had already completed them to try and get everything out of what that level or levels had to offer.
Hi, I'm Matt Huntinar. I'm with Transfer Admissions and Engagement.
Well, I have to ask, why did you guys decide to do tie-dyeing?
Oh, wow. Well, number one, it's an activity that really should be done outside. And it's a beautiful fall day. Why not be outside in front of Mountain Laurel Hall? Makes the cleanup a little easier when we're outside. It's just fun, and it allows students to be creative. And it's, a lot of students have never done it before. Many transfer students struggle with the process of coming to a new campus. They've had success at their previous college, so when they get to App State, they may be a little reluctant to form those new connections. And so the purpose of the events is to, yes, have fun, but really help them build those connections with other offices on campus, other students, have them join other clubs. Yeah, that's why it's important to me, because this week we're celebrating National Transfer Student Week. We know that what is good for students is for them to form those circles of friendship. And so they come to dye t-shirts, but they're also making new connections, making new friends, having fun, maybe taking a break from their academics.
So where can we hear more about future events?
So we post everything in Engage, and then every week, on Monday, we send out a communication, but every week it informs transfer students of the transfer events, but also the other events, like all of the homecoming events next week, all of the wonderful things put on by career development. We feel that our social media is pretty active, and we use Instagram, Facebook, of course, and then Transfer Scoop. Thank App TV, thanks for coming and covering the event. You're always welcome to come to the transfer student events. Thanks a lot.
What's going on?
Up late.
What is that?
Sketch show.
Oh boy, when does it air?
Sunday night.
What time?
9 p.m.
Thanks.
Welcome back to Pixel Peak. I'm going to be sitting down to talk with analyst Ruby Hall about recent news with Activision Blizzard.
Let's get into it.
Welcome to the analysis segment, where Ruby Hall is going to talk to us about Activision Blizzard and some of their controversies. Thank you for joining me, Ruby.
Thanks for having me back.
All right, so I guess it's time to get into the questions. Starting off, I'd like to ask about the new lawsuit that's been filed against Activision Blizzard. What does it entail?
So to everyone's surprise, employees are suing over rampant discrimination and retaliation for reporting said discrimination, typically things like sexism, harassment. These kinds of things haven't stopped even after these investigations, even after being investigated by the government of California. It is just wild They just recently did a settlement of the last lawsuit, but this new one just came up, so it's just lawsuit after lawsuit for these people.
Yeah, well, like you said, this isn't the first time that something's been said about Blizzard's discriminatory environment. Could you describe some of this?
So first of all, this is nothing new. This has been just a huge going on issue for just years. And it's just so egregious. They have a absolutely disgusting workplace culture that has been described as a frat boy culture. And it's really just awful seeing these come from like adults who are supposed to be professionals is treating people like this. And it's just been so long and so bad. It took the government of California to start investigating before things started becoming pretty big and getting into the public eye, which really doesn't do it service, just everything these people have endured while working for this company.
Yeah, that's absurd. Well, you know, following that, there was a walkout and protest held by employees of the company back in July of 2021. Can you describe this event?
So essentially this event was the employees walked out and refused to work for a number of days. They also encouraged the general public to boycott the company as well because they really wanted to show that this is an issue that mattered and something they needed to address. And the best place to do that is by hurting their sources of revenue, which is their workplace and their customers. And this event also raised a lot of awareness for these issues, for all the egregious things happening in Blizzard. And it really got the word out, and a lot of people know about this thing. There's a lot of people I personally know who don't want to support Blizzard anymore, including me, who just refuse to buy any of their new games or products. So this event has had lasting impact since July 2021.
Yeah, that's totally understandable. Now, you know, what actions do you think Blizzard has taken to prevent this sexist workplace from persisting?
So to everyone's surprise, nothing. They really haven't done anything. Blizzard has went through an acquisition through Microsoft. They still have the same higher-ups, but just nothing has changed. Even since the new acquisition, Microsoft isn't putting any pressure on Blizzard to change these. And really the only difference is that there's a higher awareness of it, especially within the workplace. But some people have gotten punished, but it's really just, it's just laughable what they've done. It's just nothing.
Yeah, building off of that nothing, what do you think they could put into place to prevent these actions from occurring?
So number one thing is firing Blizzard CEO Bobby Kotick. He has been in place, he has been encouraging these actions, he has partaken in these actions himself. And there has been a huge outcry to remove this man because he oversaw all of it and didn't stop it. He was okay with it all. And after the Microsoft acquisition that happened a couple months ago, people are putting pressure on Microsoft to get rid of Bobby Kotick because of his actions. However, Microsoft has announced publicly that they have no plans to get rid of him. So really what this takes is just replacing all the higher-ups because through these actions, they are complicit with it. That keeps going. And it's just awful. It's just a self-repeating cycle. Nothing is happening. It's just horrible. And I know people are aware about it, and it's going to stay the same. Public opinion will not change unless these actions are taken. But these are drastic actions, which these companies are scared to take because it will change a lot. But a big change is what's needed to root out such a terrible issue that's gone on for so long.
Yeah, oh my gosh. Ruby, I'm so glad we had you in for the insights and your take on things. Thank you for joining me on this segment.
No problem.
Okay, so back on to the rest of the episode. Well, that was definitely an interesting episode. I'll have to tell Sydney all about it.
Yes, I was so glad to see her feeling better in the gameplay segment.
Same, and if you guys want to know what's happening for upcoming episodes, be sure to follow our Instagram and Twitter at WatchAppTV. You can also check us out bi-weekly on Thursdays at 3 on WatchAppTV.com, SkyBest channels 20 and 1020, Spectrum channel 198, or on AppState's campus television channel 23.3.
And thank you so much to our writers and producers, Elise Taylor, Seth Peterson, and Ethan Palmer. our analyst Ruby Hall, and of course our special guest Harry Enzor.
Thank you guys so much for joining us at Pixel Peak, and we will see y'all in 2 weeks.